to my channel, guys. If you are new, hello, my name is BlancaEstela. If you're not, welcome back. Sorry for the hand gestures. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I wash my makeup sponges using my little washer machine. I did get this from eBay. It was less than $5. Less than 10. I forgot. It was pretty affordable. It is battery operated. I can't show you the bottom because I do have some water in here already and I don't want to spill it. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. It's cute and little. This is the on and off button. This is to drain the washer machine, and then this is the inside, so you guys can see how it works. And the batteries are in the bottom. So I'm just going to show you guys how I use it to wash my brushes, my sponges. I really do like using it to wash my sponges just because it's easier and faster for me. While the sponges are washing, I do go ahead and wash my brushes. But sometimes I also use this to wash my brushes. I'm also going to demonstrate that to you guys by washing my nail brushes, because my makeup brushes are all clean right now. So I'm gonna be washing my nail brushes. These are really sticky from the poly gel and the builder gel and from the powders and nail polish. So we're gonna go ahead and try it out with these. It's my first time washing my nail brushes with this, so we're gonna see how that goes. But first, I am going to demonstrate to you guys using one of my foundation sponges, my ferric concealer sponge, and my powder puff. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys what I use to clean my sponges. So I do pour some olive oil on there. I don't think the brand really matters. I've got this and I've been using this one and it actually works pretty good. The towel is clean. It's just stained, by the way. It's clean but it's stained. And then I also pour some Dawn soap. I love washing my brushes and sponges with this. It is really, really good. I do recommend it. And then before I even put them in there, I'm going to go ahead and spray them with the brush cleaner by AOA Studio. It is a antibacterial spray, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray them just to make sure that they are extra clean and extra free from germs and stuff. And then sometimes if the sponge is really stained and it's taking a while for the washing machine to clean it, I will go ahead and I will dip it into my 𝙎𝙬 brush soap. I did make this myself. Let me show you guys if I can open it. So if you guys want to know how I made this, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do a video on this. But yes, it's the 𝙎𝙬 soap in a jar. So if it's too stained, sometimes I will actually dip it in here first and then put it in there, and it actually helps. I love using this to wash sponges and brushes as well. It is a really, really good cleaner for that. Okay, so first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open it. I'm going to go ahead and put in the sponge. I'm going to start off with one of my foundation sponges. It's pretty dirty. And then what you want to do, oh wait, no, first I need to spray with the antibacterial spray. So let me do that first. Just spray it, throw it in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour some olive oil. You don't have to put too much, just a little bit. Olive oil actually helps to remove the stains, if you guys didn't know that. And then some Dawn soap. I usually put a generous amount of this just because it really helps. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour water. I don't have the luxury of having a sink in my beauty room, so I do have a bucket of water. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour some water in here. You don't want to fill it too much because it does have the top, and the top has to be able to move. And the sponge the sponge has to be able to move around with the top off. So, and then you just go ahead and turn it on. You just let it do its thing. I'll show you guys how it looks like. Ooh. I usually let it spin in here for about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how dirty it is. But you guys can see like the water is already dirty. It's already cleaning the sponge. You guys can see. I saw this idea on, I forgot where I saw it, so I decided to order it, and I've been using it ever since. It's been a couple of years actually, and I've always wanted to do a video on it, but I always forget. And yeah, so I'm doing it now. So it's been about what, like like a minute, over a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off and just show you guys. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it. You guys can see it's already cleaner than what it was. Let's see. Are you gonna focus or no? You guys can see it's cleaner than what it was. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour it back in there. I do sometimes flip it the other way. And then just continue with cooking. And then this is to drain it out. So when it's instead of you tipping over the washing machine to clean it out, just pull this up and it will drain it for you. The water is pretty dirty. I'm just gonna go ahead and squeeze it. I know you guys can see the dirty water coming out. But you guys can see like it is clean. Like super duper clean now. It only has this little stain up here, but everything else is clean. I should have put an after before picture, but there we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it wash for another minute, and then we're gonna go ahead and rinse it, and I'll show you guys how I rinse it. Okay, so it's pretty much done cleaning. So I'm gonna do one last squeeze, and then I'll show you guys the final look. So you guys can see it got it pretty clean. So now I'm going to go ahead and rinse it. But first I want to show you guys how you drain it. So you open this up and then the water just drains out like this. Like that. So it's like literally draining out. You see how dirty that water is? It's gross. Okay, so I did clean it out. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to rinsing it. So rinsing it is the same thing. I just don't put anything in there. I just put in the sponge itself and some water. So we're going to go ahead and pour some water in here. Remember, not too much because then it's not going to rinse correctly with the tap on. So we're just gonna let it rinse. I'll leave it open so you guys can see it going around and around. And then you want to keep doing this. Another time you want to clean out the water and put it back in and just rinse it again. And you want to keep doing this until the water comes back clear. So for the sake of the video, I'm just going to go ahead and finish rinsing this off camera, and then we can move on to the next sponge. So this is what the sponge looks like after it's been rinsed and everything. So it's clean. It has a couple of stains, but it's really clean. The water did come out clear. So that's sponge 1. Go ahead and move to the next one. The next one is my e.l.f. Camo Concealer Sponge. This is my favorite brush. I keep saying brush. This is my favorite sponge to blend out my concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and pour it. I'm going to go ahead and spray the antibacterial spray first. Put it in there. Put in... Actually, it looks really stained, so I'm actually going to go ahead and dip it into the 𝑎zote first. Twirl it around a little bit till it gets really soapy, like this. And then we're going to go ahead and pour it in here. Put in the olive oil. And then put in the Dawn soap. And then we can go ahead and pour in the water. Okay. The batteries are running low on it, so that's why it's taking a couple tries to turn it on. I need new batteries. But the thing I like about it doesn't drip at all. So you're not gonna have it dripping. And it beats being there scrubbing the sponge, so that's a really big plus. So it's been less than a minute, and I'm already going to show you guys what it looks like. Like, oh my god. Look. Look. Look how quick that was. It looks cleaner than it was. I'm going to go ahead and flip it the other way and then flip it again one more time. Oh, come on. Okay, so it's been about another minute, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks like now. I don't want it dripping. And look, this one is actually already clean. Oh, just that little spot. So I'm gonna put it back in there. But look how clean it's already looking. So go ahead and leave it in there. Okay. And it's now ready to be rinsed. I'll show you guys how it looks. I'm so satisfied. Like, oh my god, look, so clean. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go ahead and drain it and put clean water, and then we'll be ready to rinse it. So it's ready to be rinsed. It's rinsing. When it's done rinsing, we're going to go ahead and clean this one. It keeps closing because the sponge keeps heating right there. You guys can see it's heating right there. So that's why it keeps closing. So I'm going to just go ahead and hold it open so you guys can see do its magic. So you can tell the other one was actually more dirtier than this one because the water right here is actually not that dirty. And the other one was like super dirty. I'm going to go ahead and turn it. So this is what it looks like after it's been washed and rinsed. Super clean. So the last one we're going to be cleaning is this one. This one is my Beauty Blender Puff. I do use it to stain my under eye. And we're going to go ahead and pour it in there. Well, actually no. So we're going to go ahead and spray the antibacterial spray. Pour it in here. You don't really need that much olive oil on the puff one since it's just powder. So I just put a little bit of olive oil in there and then put a little bit of Dawn soap and then go ahead and pour the water. This one is actually harder just because it is bigger. So I just have to go ahead and play with it around to make sure it goes in there. So I do have to rub the soap in. And then pour it back in there. I do go ahead sometimes and hold it just so it won't hit the bottom. Because if you hit the bottom, it's not even going to turn. So yeah, so it's not good for really big sponges or puffs, but for the regular size one, it's amazing. So, see, it's not even moving. I have to go ahead and hold it. But as you can see, oh, sorry, it's already clean. See? It's already clean. It just has some soap stains, but it's pretty much clean. So I'm gonna leave it in there for another minute or two, and then it'll be rinse cycle time. And this is what it looks like after it's been rinsed and cleaned. Super clean. I don't use this side, so it wasn't clean at all, dirty at all, but this part was, and it's super clean now. So I'm done with the sponges. So these what they look like afterwards. I should have done before and after, but I didn't. But this is what it looks like. So now I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate with us how I wash the brushes. Oh, I need to rinse that. Hold up. Okay, much better. So the same thing goes for the brushes, but it's one by one. So I'm going to show you how I do that. First, I do put the water in for this one. I do put the water in first for this part. I'm going to put too much, but that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour some soap. And then just a little bit of olive oil. Then what I actually do is actually dip the brush first in my 𝑎𝑙𝑡 one. So first we're going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to go ahead and spritz it with some of the cleanser. Dip it in to get it wet, and then dip it into the 𝑎𝑙𝑡. And then turn on the washer and just let it do its thing. And then what I just do is I just go ahead and I touch it to make sure if all the product is off from it, and that's how I figure out if it's ready to rinse or not. But this still has some product on it. And also try to take the sticky off, because this is usually all sticky from the nail products. Okay, so that's pretty much clean. So I just leave it to the side and move on to the next one. So the next one's going to be this one. I'm actually going to go ahead and spritz them all with the antibacterial already. And this one, okay. Get it wet, dip it into the 𝙎𝙬𝘘𝘎𝑎, and then just go ahead and do its thing. So to wash the brush, you have to make sure that it touches the bottom where it has the little spinny thingy to make sure that it's actually getting washed. So and look, then I just go ahead and I still see that it has a little bit of powder, so I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more. And this one is already clean. So it has some blue stuff on there and it's all gone. And it's not sticky anymore, it's just wet. So moving on to the next one, I already spritzed them. I'm just gonna go ahead and get them wet and then dip it into the 𝙎𝙬 and then go ahead and we also don't want to leave it in there too long, because it can damage the bristles of the brush. So just be patient. So this one's clean. Do the next one. The next brushes are the ones that I use for applying builder gel. So these are pretty sticky and stiff. And then these I use for nail polish. So we're going to go ahead and dip them in. Dip them in 𝙎𝙬, and then these are pretty much clean. And then the last two, dip them in here, and then go to town. I use these for nail polish, so they're not that dirty, because I do tend to clean on them when I'm done, but they are sticky, so that's why I'm trying to get rid of the sticky part. This one's done. This one needs a little bit more. Okay, so that one's good. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys with makeup brush. This is actually one of my highlighter brushes, but you can see that it's dirty. It might be a contour brush, I don't remember, but you can see that it's dirty on the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and dip it in to get it wet, and then dip it into 𝙎𝙬, and then go ahead and dip it in. if you don't hold on to it, that's what's gonna happen. So you have to make sure that you hold on to the brush while it's doing its thing. And then you guys can see it's already clean. See? So for a little bit longer, just make sure I get any highlighter that was really in there out. And there it is. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse them. I'm going to go ahead and throw this water out. So I'm going to go ahead and pour in some clean water. Turn it on. And I'm just actually going to go ahead and rinse them all at once. And just put, you only need to put the tip in to rinse off the water. And those are ready and clean. I'm gonna go ahead and dry them off. Do these three. And then the last one. And there it is. I didn't rinse them right, but that's basically it. And yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know if you guys want to see other videos like this where I demonstrate what I do. And yeah, I will try to put a link of this on eBay if I can still find it. I've had this for like 2 or 3 years, so I don't know if it's still there, but I will try my best to find one and put it down there for you guys. But I do recommend this to you guys. It is really easy and it's really convenient. You don't have to be there scrubbing the sponge or the brushes. Like, it does it for you. So I do recommend it. It just looks so cool. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, bye guys. Oh, I did do my own nails. You guys like my nails? Super cute. Okay, bye.